So this is the body of my essay, and my first point is about the poem. My point is that Wyatt presents unrequited love as a thrilling chase. My evidence for this is the language, the slight eroticness, the pace, and the emotional intensity. Then my explanation is that the structure and language of the poem indicate that despite being rejected, the narrator finds the chase thrilling, which hints at the perhaps self-indulgent side and beauty of the pain of unrequited love. Now I need to link my first point with my second point, and it's always good to use a kind of development of the previous point. So I've chosen to develop the idea of clinging on. And so for my second point, for my link, I've said that the idea of clinging on, then the chase is presented in Hardy's novel, but in a different way. And so this is showing my skills of comparing and contrasting, which will get you the extra marks because you really show that you're answering the question by considering the two texts in conjunction with each other. So my second point is that in contrast, Hardy shows Tess's absolute desperation in her clinging on to Angel. My evidence is the language of desperation and persuasion and the exclamations and everything we talked about when we looked through the novel. My explanation for this is similar to in the Wyatt poem, Tess is chasing Angel, but the difference here is that she does not find it exciting, it is painful, both physically and emotionally, and she is powerless. And as you can see here, even though I'm talking about the prose, I have mentioned the poem, just this small phrase here saying similar to in the Wyatt poem, and this is a really, really good example of how to weave in your comparison skills to get you those extra marks. You're not necessarily so that it means you're not talking about them separately to each other, you're talking about them together, even though the main point here is about Tess of the D'Urbervilles. I've just snuck in a little bit of extra comparison to the Wyatt poem in this paragraph, and that's a really good technique to use. You can just use a phrase as simple as that, similar to the poem or similar to the prose, for example. And then we need to link it to my second section. And again, I've developed a idea of the theme of powerlessness. I've said that this powerlessness is a theme throughout Hardy's novel. And what I've chosen to do here is go straight into another prose paragraph. So actually the structure of the body of my essay is really a prose sandwich. And I've only done this because I believe that these 2 points flow really well together. You can, of course, arrange your essay however you like, but I would always think about what points flow together well as alternating your poetry and prose. So here I've just thought that they flow better together, and because I'm already using a lot of my comparison skills, it doesn't matter that I haven't alternated my points here.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together, let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.